Do you try and emulate traditional body shapes? You're doing some custom ones. Tell us about that.
So, I mean, as everybody knows, there's only so many comfortable body shapes out there. You know, Gibson, Fender, these companies have been making guitars for years, and those are the comfortable body shapes. What we've tried to do, other than just emulating the body shapes that are out there, what we've done is we've taken what is the best, most comfortable parts of the body shapes and formed them into our own types of body shapes. So this model here is our Windsor model. It's a double cutaway with a little bit wide body, kind of a narrow waist to it. This particular model has 3 Alnico 5 Spicer pickups, and also the Graphtec Ghost system, which gives you the acoustic sound. The body is a distressed piece of oak that was actually found in a garage. A contractor had a garage full of materials that he was just getting rid of and happened to see that piece of wood in the pile. The neck is walnut, which a friend of mine had an old farmhouse, and the attic of the farmhouse had all this wood in it, and a bunch of that wood that was in his attic was actually walnut. So I got the walnut out of his attic. I also got some maple. This is actually the walnut. The only piece that is actually purchased is the fingerboard is lace wood, and I actually got that out of a scrap bin from a woodworking shop. The tuning keys on it are Grover tuning keys. It does have a bone nut. It's a solid tail bridge. The pots are all Mojo Tone and CTS spots, also Switchcraft switches, and it's a 25.5-inch scale with a 12-inch radius. Our flathead model is similar to a T-style, but again, it has a narrower waist, and it has a double cutaway to it. We have an offset model called the Cleveland, which again, we offset it without having to make the body a whole lot larger like a lot of your offset guitars. We can keep it to a normal guitar size, and it just makes it more comfortable.
I think part of that is being a craftsman, that the neck it fits in the pocket perfect.
Yes.
The neck and the pocket come together just perfect. It doesn't need to be shimmed, it's just right. That has a great deal to do with the tone, in my opinion, of any guitar.
And like Gary mentioned a little bit ago, you don't have all that weight.
Cliff, how do you go about finding good wood and board that you want to use for guitar?
It started out that I was looking for old barns and buildings and things like that, looking to get natural growth wood that has the natural density to it. And when we started building the guitars out of floor joists from old buildings and out of wood from barns, I've got some friends that are tree guys, and I know people that are taking trees down in their yards and stuff. And I've had people call me and say that they just drug logs out of the woods behind their house, and they're cutting trees down in their yards. So all of the wood that we get, we call it rescued wood, because essentially it's wood that would have ended up in the trash or as firewood or thrown away or whatnot, and it's all old growth, dense wood. So Gary was commenting a little bit how light the guitar is. It's an old growth wood that's dense, that has that dense grain that gives you the sustain and the tone you're looking for, but you don't necessarily have all the weight to it.
How much do you think the wood type and wood that you find affects the tone or contributes to the tone of your guitars?
That is the large conundrum. Wood does affect the tone of the guitar. I mean, different woods are going to accentuate different frequencies, but it's really everything together, working together. And that's why we really stick, I keep saying, the old growth, dense wood, because that's the wood that's really going to accentuate the frequencies. It's going to accentuate the tone of the guitar. Unlike newer woods that are farmed and stuff that, you know, they give them chemicals and stuff to make them grow faster, and the wood isn't as dense. Even though you may have a hardwood, it's not going to be as dense because it grows faster. This is all wood that has been able to grow naturally, and through all the seasons and through all the growing cycles to be able to get the tonality. Yeah, so I did mention that this particular model, this Windsor model, has a piezo system. It's the GraphTech Ghost system is what it is, and each one of the it's the GraphTech String Saver saddles. Each one of those has a piezo crystal in it, so it gives you the acoustic tone on an electric guitar.
Let's get a sample of that piezo on a clean channel.
Holy